Let's go back to the past, around 28 years to the past, and yes, in the 80s, hentai existed. Not as many, by far not as many as today, but still, some hentai existed. Well, and as you can guess, the hentai back then were slightly different than the hentai you know today, or you probably know today. Let's dive in and find out. Balthus, Tia no Kagayaki, tells a story about a character called Tia and a factory called Balthus. Well, not much of a story, there is just a character called Tia and a factory called Balthus. Seemingly Balthus produces mechanical stuff, I guess, whatever it actually is, and Tia happens to be the sister of a former guy called Alphonse that was a dear friend to the other main character called Eud, or Ode, or whatever. That factory apparently owns slaves of some sort, and it's a floating factory, which looks cool by the way. And the bad guy called Morlock wants to wipe out villages and I don't know, this single episode doesn't explain things well at all, therefore it's hard to follow everything. But Tia gets kidnapped and Eud tries to save her, and she has a magical stone on her that is the source to bring a robot to life, and again, it doesn't explain things very well. In only one episode, what the hell can you expect? Well, not much. This is just one episode, the story is too big to be even remotely explained well in that short amount of time. We don't know the real motivation of the villain, what's the deal with the factory in the first place, and whatever. But there are still some things that were done really well for a hentai from the 80s. The animation and everything around it is really top notch. You will see rather darker colors since the majority of the episode plays in the factory itself, but the colors work very well, sometimes with really great lighting effects and well done designs. The adventure Tia and Eud have here is enjoyable to follow and actually done nicely. And no, by adventure I don't mean sex. And hey, that goes for the music as well, it was enjoyable. But since I already mentioned the sex, let's go right into it. Even in most early 90s hentai you won't see much when it comes to the private parts, so what makes you think you will see it in one from the late 80s? There are only 2 scenes, which is fine and actually done okay, but the focus of this is rather everything else. Therefore the sex in here just seems out of place. In the end, if you have around 30 minutes to spare and are interested in a very early hentai, then this could be an interesting one to see, but don't expect much. Is it something you necessarily have to see? Not really, but it is somewhat enjoyable to watch.